Hello and welcome to another update video after the Powell speech today. I mentioned to you earlier that today could be the day where we break out of the range in which Bitcoin has been in. And yes, indeed, we have broken out finally of the range. There was the expected volatility that we saw, a little bit of volatility during the after the PCE data release that I talked about in the previous video. Again, it impacted the market a little bit, but nothing unusual for crypto, and it is not, again, the volatility created, or generally the attention the PCE data gets was not as high as, for example, the CPI data release gets, and that was 10 days ago, I think. And yeah, but there was still a bit of volatility, especially on a day like that where there was a lot of focus on the Powell speech. Now, when Powell then talked about obviously still ongoing issues with inflation and still ongoing problems with the economy, that obviously led to more volatility. Yeah, and this was the event today that the markets looked at, that everybody was looking at, and yeah, it created the expected volatility. And in the end, it even gave us what we wanted, which was that leg down. Yeah, we talked about that last wave down that we needed to complete from the top here, this ABC move and the 5-wave move within the wave C. Again, it's of course now all manipulation. I've already read that again. But again, in my opinion, these events, news, they can create short-term volatility. They can distort wave relationships, but if a trend is ongoing, normally they do not change the trend and they do not change the outcome that would have happened without the event, but they can accelerate it. And that is what happened here, in my opinion. We finally saw that 5th wave down, and we're going to zoom in a minute. But to be fair, I talked about all of this scenario here earlier today as well. And what I have to do, but I already announced that this would probably happen. I will take one of these 1-2 setups out of the chart. So I talked earlier about, we had on the chart here a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 setup, and this a little bit ugly leading diagonal that I had back here will now be taken off, which is not a problem. I talked about that before, and what this in the end was then, but I'll do that after this video. But basically I have to see this as A wave, an overshooting wave B, and the C. Yeah, and this is necessary as we broke below the $20,700 level. But I told you the last few days already, we are probably going to break it. And in that case, I'm going to move the waves around here a little bit. But it doesn't really have an impact on the targets in the short and medium term. So we can just carry on as planned, basically. Now, with that move today, Bitcoin also dropped out of this, you would call it, some people call it a bear flag, to the downside. That is not great. But still, the bulls can defend the bullish scenario until we go below 18.9K. That 18.9K is crucial. That level, as long as we stay above that, we can just without a problem go with a bullish scenario. By the way, in Sunday's member live stream, every Sunday we have a member live stream. In the Sunday's member live stream, I will, in very much detail, take a look at the bearish wave count, the daily, the weekly chart, and because the channel members voted for that, we take a look at Bitcoin bearish scenarios for anybody who's interested in that and thinks about joining the community anyway. So, but what happened here? This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been talking about earlier today and in the last few days. It has really taken a long time. So since that low down here, I told you we expect rising prices into these areas. Yeah, we captured it here, the reversal area. We captured it here again. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And as you would expect from such a reversal area, we moved down. And I would see this wave 4 as being complete here at $21,900. And then we started to move down. This was, in my opinion, a leading diagonal in a wave 5. Then we had a wave 2 retracement. And then this might be the wave 3. We might now see a wave 4 retracement, a small one. But honestly, it's not worth giving targets for these mini waves here. And then the wave 5 down. So, but it could already be finished. Yeah, this is really micro counting here. But I don't want to end up going to the 5-minute chart. It would just be a bit over the top. and they are getting also unreliable the smaller you go. But yeah, it is worked scenario confirmed, I would say. And from here we can now start to move up in a in what I would believe a just a sort of recovery relief rally. Now again, that could be a corrective one or an impulsive one. Primarily, I would expect an impulsive move up that would eventually take us above 25.3k, that August high here. But no, I think it's 25.2. But we'll see how that evolves. But in either scenario, maybe it's going down a little bit more, but I can't see it go down much more. I said before, it could go down here to the Fibonacci levels. Yeah, they would allow us to go down to 19,450 in this scenario. But that would be sort of my worst case here. If we go lower, it would surprise me a bit. But again, the 18.9k level is in the end the key level. For now, if we see, okay, a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4 possibly coming now, the wave 5 shouldn't be that long, maybe around 20k. 20k round number could be a key support. But this is really like the micro counting here. And we're still hovering above the 20.7k level. That's fine. We could also just start from here. Yeah, all that we wanted to see today was that lower low, which happened as forecasted, and now we can see or plan, at least that's what I do, how I see the market, that the market is going to recover now. That would also be in line, if we just take a look here at the indicators. Yeah, we have the RSI nearly oversold on the 4-hour chart. It was pretty much oversold here. Yeah, that is also when I bought some Bitcoin. And what we see now is a bullish divergence on the 4-hour, quite a substantial one. So yeah, we could go a little bit lower, but I think, you know, that is probably going to play out nicely with a lower low, but a higher low, actually a much higher low on the RSI on the 4-hour chart. The MACD is still turning down, but as the price goes up, this will reverse to the upside as well. And if we take a look on the daily chart here, yeah, what do we see here? No divergence. I think the price is currently following Bitcoin, is currently following the RSI, but here, this little element here we see a small bullish divergence. So this is currently all pointing towards the low is nearly there, in my opinion. And also the wave count would work out pretty well. Key level remains the 18.9k level, and the current wave count stays intact as long as we stay above that key level. That is the condition for this scenario to work out. If we go below that level, much lower prices are expected. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.